Episode 5 of the Saxcast. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Adam. As always, I'm joined by Scott. This episode's presented by Bucko Banter. And as always, he's known as the man in the middle, Saxboy Billy. What's going on, fellas?
Gentlemen, good to do you hear that?
Oh, what is that?
My Airbnb is heating is going off. But good to be with you
Nice.
guys. It's the first time I'm coming remote. I have my remote rigging, and it seems to be working just fine.
Yeah, you sound good, buddy.
My camera's kind of at a lower level, so I'm kind of looking into it, kind of like, here's the facts. But yeah.
How's the weather down there? You said the heat's on.
I can't hear a thing, man. I'm not gonna lie. I can't hear a thing.
That's so funny.
How's the weather in Charleston?
I don't even know. It's like 60, 70. Anything's warmer than it is in Pittsburgh.
I would kill for that right now. That sounds unbelievable. It's so
like,
freaking cold here.
It's shorts, wet. Like big guys are wearing shorts and sweatshirts. I'm just wearing my normal, t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, bicycle pants.
I just had an idea for a store that maybe you guys want to get in on if you have some extra money to throw around if you're looking for a good investment.
Well, don't have that.
Well, listen, we might just need you on the social team.
Sax, you can grift. Come on.
Let's start a GoFundMe. A store that only caters to big guys that wear hoodies and shorts in weather that's under 60 degrees.
Okay.
You're only allowed
the
in
Minnesota
the
market, the Wisconsin market.
Right. And then I kind of think it dips off from there. But
How
we
would
just
it-
kind of
what
flood
would
the
it-
market.
Would you sell like a combination of the shorts and the
You have
sweatshirt?
you have to buy the full outfit.
Is it like a
anytime
onesie?
you go in there. It's yes, beautiful. Okay,
It's
so
a onesie, but
it's a
it's shorts.
onesie, but the top is a hoodie.
And where does it zip? Does it zip like traditional onesie front zip or back zip?
Are you asking how to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't put the zip in the back because then somebody's got to zip you up.
He's a big guy. He can't reach the side fat is stopping him from reaching
Right.
the zipper.
What if we have like the shorts that you could unzip, or the pants that you can unzip and then they turn the shorts?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. We do something like that.
You
where
have that
can
at the
just kinda-
waist?
It's like the pull off, like when the basketball players pull off their joggers and they're ready to go in the games. You can just do that anytime you have to go take a shit.
It should be like that, but the zip should be at the belt.
Yeah.
So you just pull up the pant, and then you zip it around, and then
The idea is to make it as complicated as possible.
yeah.
Which makes it more expensive the more complicated it is.
Yeah, the more complicated it is, the more that we can charge. I think this is a genius idea. Just food for thought, everybody.
What's great about this idea is it's barely an idea. It's just kind of like
Those are the best ideas, though.
I can't even envision what we're talking about in my head.
Oh, it's so clear in mine.
It's the shorts that you can the pants you can unzip into shorts.
Right.
But then it's only a sweatshirt and shorts for bigger men.
You have to be bigger.
How does that make any sense? Yeah.
You have to be a bigger. The store is called. I don't know. We'll brainstorm.
You make a
that.
joke out of it, like, oh, you have to be bigger than this guy to enter the store. Like, the opposite of taller than this ride at the amusement park.
Yeah, we're gonna have to battle around discrimination.
There's like
on this one because
there's like a statue of Rowdy Tellez in front of the store, and you're bigger than that guy.
It's kind of like when you take your height to get onto a roller coaster. There's just we don't weigh because that's not okay. We're not gonna weigh people, but there is like a fat head on the wall, and you have to walk in and you have to be honest with yourself whether or not you could shop in our store. If I'm not saying you can't, but I'm just asking. It's a customer policy. Honesty is key. So you look at the Rowdy Tellez fat head. If you don't know what Rowdy Tellez looks like, go look him up. If you don't look like that, or if you're not in the ballpark, what's another example outside of Rowdy Tellez for
Daniel
our listeners?
Vogelback.
Come on, Scott. Outside
More obscure baseball players.
Yeah,
Great.
let's
mom's gonna love that.
like Jack Black. If you look like Jack Black, you are allowed to roam the store and possibly.
What about us men that carry our weight more in our legs? and have thicker bottoms and don't look like Jack Black. We're not as top heavy.
So you want
But
like
probably can qualify for the weight.
Okay.
Saquon Barkley. Okay.
Yeah, like you got. So you're talking like for the thick thighs, right?
Thick thighed. Yeah, like
Okay.
that's where they carry the weight.
Okay.
Who's the most thick thighed male celebrity we have?
You know, I can't say that I
Tree
look,
trunk.
but if I were to look,
who has thick thighs?
I don't know. Sound off in the chat.
Guy in the White House.
Yeah. Apparently he's like 6'5", 250. So he's basically Derrick Henry at this point. Guys, I love this idea, but there's a lot of other stuff going on.
Barely an idea. It's a bad idea.
We got halfway through the idea. Okay. All we need is the space.
All right.
Sax, you're in Charleston. Did you get a chance, before we get into your trip, did you get a chance to watch the Super Bowl at all this weekend?
I did.
Nice.
And it was because when you're in an Airbnb, you have the classic, you get the TV with all the like your Tubies and your Rokus, and that's always at an Airbnb, and it's never signed into anything. So basically, you got to sign in when you go to an Airbnb TV. You got to sign in, and you're basically just blessing the next person with, whatever Netflix password you've stolen or whatever. But in this Super Bowl, because it was on Tubi for free.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. So because Tubi is owned by Fox, it's their poor person, whatever, free streaming thing. And so you can just watch the Super Bowl for free.
All right.
Now, but guess what happened? Because it's an Airbnb, the TV is like 10 years old and the Wi-Fi is not exactly up to snuff. So it kept on like stuttering every 5 seconds.
The game sucked. It was a bad game. Let's call it what it is. Like, it was not one of the most enjoyable Super Bowls in our lifetime. We've been through some pretty good ones, but that one, nothing to write home about.
Sure, but it's, the Super Bowl the game's only half of it.
Sure.
Yeah, commercials.
I can make the argument that commercials this year weren't as good either. Like, I think all around.
They're never actually good.
Yeah.
I like the halftime show. Personally, I think it was one of the best ones. I had some people tell me I know. I had some people at work today tell me that it was the worst one they've ever seen. I was like, well, I know where you stand. So, but
with halftime shows, you're just never you have to come to the realization that you're never going to make everybody happy because music is so subjective and everybody could be on opposite ends of the spectrum or listen to only a certain genre. So like there's a lot of people, the old whites out there who are just like, who's this guy? And of course they're going to think it sucks. But I think if you talk to a majority of people, it'd be like, it's Kendrick Lamar. He killed it.
I gotta be honest. I don't know any of his music except for Drake one. And I mean, it was a spectacle. It was fun to look at. It caught my attention. It was keeping me engaged. It was like watching like a TikTok. Like I couldn't look away. There was always something happening.
Samuel Jackson was there narrating.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. Like I was like, if you're gonna get political, like here's the one thing about like getting like political at a Super Bowl ad thing. It's a Super Bowl. It's a Super Bowl halftime. It's like the most corporate thing on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like that's great. Hey, all for it. God bless you. But we can't sit here and be like, this guy stuck it to him, getting his Apple money, doing his Super Bowl halftime show. You know what I mean? Like that in itself is like the least stick it to thing ever. You're just taking a giant paycheck from giant corporations.
I think the whole Super Bowl is just too corporate now. Like if you're a fan of either team, if you're gonna spend over $12,000 for 2 tickets. So like the average fan can't go watch the game. And then it's really just for celebrities, right? Like the president's there and then every celebrity known to man. So it's just like kind of like a who's who of who.
Who's who of who cares?
Right, exactly. And it's just like that way they can just pan, around the stadium and show who's there. And here's all these famous people. And then it's like, okay, well, what about Jack and Jill that have watched the Eagles their entire life and they want to go to the game? They should set aside some tickets like that are reasonably priced.
They'll never do it.
It'll never happen. But like I was at the doctor's office earlier and she's like, yeah, like I know a family from Philadelphia that went to the game. There was 4 of them. 4 of them. The cheapest ticket, like before the game,
$5,000,
$5,000.
Right?
$5,000. Who? I mean, that's fuck you money. Like that's
you just I mean, no, you had to have money to do that. I mean, like I don't know. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, the dirty secret about American football is live. It stinks. It's better on television.
That's so much better.
Yeah, so it's like, all right. I mean, like, okay.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Scott came over to watch the game, and I think my sister brought it up where it's like, would you guys rather be there or here? I'm like, here every single day of the week, no matter what. I think
unless it's a college game.
Like, yeah, college football live is great.
Yeah, I mean, like Pitt is a completely different atmosphere, obviously, than the Steelers. But I think watching on your couch is the way to go, especially with NFL
football.
But I thought, I'm trying to think of like what was the most perfect Super Bowl halftime show I've ever seen, or what makes a Super Bowl good, and I just feel like it's always
Janet
been
Jackson?
My entire.
Of course,
life.
that's just, I knew that was going to be.
Come on, that's the obvious answer. Janet Jackson.
You horny little boy. Put him in the middle of the spank. Can we simulate that? Scott, put your chest out. I'll be Justin Timberlake, and you be Janet Jackson. Okay?
Yeah, rip it off, baby.
Hand over and rip.
Oh, beautiful. All right, you guys had your moment. I think in my lifetime, that's hard. I don't know. Like I
just remember going to like Rod Woodson's Grill in Station Square. My mom would take me there. She'd get me the mozzarella sticks. I'd be so gassed, and then 2 hours into the 4.5 hour show, I'm just like, get me, like, let's, what do I do here? But I mean, Prince is kind of the one that everybody says is the best because he was doing it in the rain.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Station Square, remember when Filthy McNasty's used to be over there? Do you remember that restaurant?
Can't say I do.
I lied. I was watching at Filthy McNasty's.
Were you at what? Filthy McNasty's?
Is Filthy McNasty's was it like an upscale chain? Like, it's only
definitely
chain
a chain.
Restaurants.
It was a chain.
So what's walk me through Filthy McNasty's? What's that? What was their kind of like claim to fame like?
I think it was like TVs at every booth and just lots of TVs everywhere. It was a sports bar. It was a sports restaurant. That's what it was.
I don't remember that.
I mean, yeah, I kind of do remember that. I'm going to. Yeah, that was kind of like.
It's. I mean, to name it that is just absolute lunatic behavior.
Genius.
It's. I don't know.
It's where white men like me like to go.
It's crazy. It's like, where do you want to go grab a bite to eat tonight? I don't know. Let's go to Filthy McNasty's.
You're looking on the map and you're like, oh, Applebee's, Filthy McNasty's.
I mean, I guess
it just takes like half of the people that might want to dine at you. And just be like, like the ladies and be like, oh, Filthy McNasty's, like, see you later. I don't know. It's like, it's weird business model.
Yeah, it truly
I would love to know what their like signature dish was. Like, probably like some sort of cheese smothered tot sampler.
Yeah, I'll go with that. It's probably
just
a burger, dude.
Like with our nasty sauce, and the nasty sauce is just like horseradish mayo.
Nasty sauce. That could be a lot of things. Before we get carried away, Sax, you are on your dream vacation right now in Charleston. How's that going?
Charleston. I had no expectations. It's definitely different than Myrtle Beach. This is just like rich white person paradise down here. It is unbelievable. It is like white. It's like rope golf hats. They all say like it's either a brewery or like some like landmark. You don't know what the hell it is. It's like there's no baseball hat. Baseball hats are out. Like a baseball hat with just the team on it is out.
No River Dogs hats?
I was there today. I got a tour of the River Dogs facilities today.
Oh yeah.
Which is crazy. So the Charleston River Dogs it's low A, by the way, which I didn't know. I thought it was like a AAA team, just because the size of the city. It's low A ball. It's like partially owned by Bill Murray, and it's a publicly owned building, so it's just open during the day. You can just the gates are just open. It's like a park. You can just walk into the building.
That's pretty cool.
So it's like if you just want to go into the building, you just can go to the building, sit in the stands, just chill out in the building. It was a bizarre. I was walking with this guy. Shout out this guy Nick. He showed me a tour of a bunch of stuff, and he just rolls in like he is the mayor of Charleston or something. He's like, oh, it's a public building. You can go into any public building. That's not the case in Pittsburgh. You can't just walk into Heinz Field.
No.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. So I walked in. He gave me a tour of the announcer's booth. Wait,
is this a random guy or this is
a fan? This is like an A1 from day one Saxboy.
He doesn't work there?
Oh, he's a Saxboy follower. Okay.
Yeah, he does work there, but
okay.
But it's not. He didn't show any passes or anything.
Wow.
He said you could just walk in. So I wanted to just walk into buildings, but yeah, Charleston, it is white Jeeps. It is. I took a video walking down the street. I did it for I counted 8 shops in a row. There's just dresses, just flowery dresses in the windows, just dresses everywhere. White Jeeps, just paradise, man. It is something. All the guys look like they're about to go golfing, like all the time. Q-zip, rope hats, vests, like vests. If it gets cool out, they'll just throw a vest on, a bubbly vest. And then the big one that kills me and drives me crazy is, yes, okay, it's an old city. Yes, heard. But there's a lot of money in here. There is no bike infrastructure whatsoever. It's so many people biking on sidewalk biking. But you know who gets the green light and the green pass in Charleston to ride around willy-nilly as come as you go? They get their own special parking spaces. Can you take a guess?
Golf carts.
Yeah. They don't have to have
that's
any
too
sort
easy.
of license plate, any sort of documentation.
Yeah.
They go faster than e-bikes. They go and they just get to run free around the entire city. It's like, it is ridiculous. St. Louis here. It's just like, man, I hate these golf carts. It's like, because it costs a lot of money to own and operate a golf cart. But like a bicycle, anyone could ride a bicycle. It's like it's an extremely affordable, universal form of transportation. No bike lanes, nothing. You're SOL. But yet these golf carts just zipping around like they're the freaking mayor. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate that.
What you just described in Charleston is a very affluent area. So I feel like the affordability and the convenience of simple transportation does not come to the front of their mind when they're thinking about their day-to-day living.
Yeah, but then it's like, who are the people that are working in their restaurants? Who are the people that are working in the shops? You know what I mean? All these people take the bike down there, and it's like, exactly right. But I've never seen more bicycles on sidewalks. That was the big thing that stuck out. And I mean, it's just a lot of Southern money. What it reminded me more of anything, which I'm not sure these guys down here will like hearing this. California. Reminded me of California because the weather's a little nice. It's all these like outdoor mallies things. It's, outdoor shopping, just rich affluence, designers. It reminded me of like fancy parts of Los Angeles.
I can't believe you're comparing them to coastal elitists of California, even though Charleston is quite literally on the coast.
Maybe
it's a coastal thing. It's also very much like New Orleans, but New Orleans is a little bit more like middle classy. This is like money. This is like money town over here.
I've heard Savannah compared to Charleston too.
I haven't been to Savannah, but I would assume so. I mean, and then I'm looking around like, what? There's no like skyscrapers in Charleston, right? And it's like, what's the business down here? Like, where do these people make their money? Like, who's because like New Orleans too, they don't have a single Fortune 500 company in New Orleans. It's like what? Boeing's in Charleston, yeah.
Yeah.
So they have a Boeing plant here, but New Orleans, it's like so much of it is just like a second home for people with Southern wealth that come to Charleston, spend their money, zip around in the stupid golf cart. And yeah, but Boeing's down here, and then there's a big Navy base down here, and there's some other stuff. But it's a weird town. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna make for good content though.
Looking forward to that. But
and I went to a Charleston, a College of Charleston basketball game.
I saw that. How was that? 'Cause they're usually a really good mid-major, especially for baseball too.
Dude, and that is the thing. Mid-major basketball, when the team is good, it does not get more fun than that in the arena, man. That was about like an 8,000 seater. Everybody was there. Look at this. I got the shirt. We blacked him out. We blacked out Elon, Charleston Hoops. We blacked out Elon. It was great. The game was fantastic. Someone recognized me down there. They went, you're that. They went, you're the guy. And I said, yeah, man. And it's from the Myrtle. Like that to me is shocking. The Myrtle Beach video has 1.3 million views on it. But it's like, that's only on Instagram. It's more other places. But that to me shocked me. When I go to Charleston to get recognized, it's like, whoa, that was crazy. And but that was fun. And everything you could want from a basketball game like that, the half court putt or the full court putt, the guy was this close to doing it. The game went into overtime. Lovely time. Yeah, I like Charleston. Anytime it's a place with extreme wealth, I just feel extremely uncomfortable. I don't know about you guys. I know you guys love it.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it. I also feel uncomfortable, like that feeling where it's like, all right, I'm here, but it doesn't really feel like I belong here, or it's like, yeah, you could walk around everywhere and kind of blend in, but it's like I don't feel like the community sense of it.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, boys, let's bring it back to Pittsburgh. How about that? Because I've had enough of this Charleston talk. All right. They can have whatever they got down there, but we got stuff cooking up in the Berg. Scott, you sent in an article to our group chat earlier, which is it's pretty exciting. I'm actually all for this. Why don't you walk us through what's happening in Pittsburgh right now?
Yeah, so big news, especially for downtown, because we know downtown they're trying to build that up. The Pittsburgh Cultural Trust is unveiled a plan for the new Arts Landing downtown. This new Arts Landing is an area right between 8th and 9th Street. It's like, if you guys are familiar with the Goodyear is.
Where the Goodyear building is, yeah.
That whole area. They have a little bit of a space there called the backyard now, which is going to be kind of brought into this whole project. But it's going to be a 4-acre block civic space. The CEO of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust said it's going to be one of the most transformative projects in the cultural district in 25 years. It's a 31
probably one of the only
that's what I was gonna say. What else has there been? It's a $31 million project. It's going to include a 1-acre great lawn with like a big stage or a band shell, and then this beautiful view of the river and the bridges. The flex zone is going to include 3 pickleball courts and other amenities. And then there's going to be the backyard, which is like a relaxation area that's already there with seating and space for pop-up events. There's also going to be a playroom, which will include family-friendly activities, and then a garden walk. So 8th Street is going to be a pedestrian-only linear space, and it's you're not going to be able to drive on it anymore. They plan on a soft opening right before the NFL draft in April of 2026, but the grand opening is going to be for the Three Rivers Arts Festival that June. And the Arts Landing will now be a permanent home for that festival. I believe the festival this year is in the Strip District, right, Adam?
Yeah.
So I think that's because they're going to be breaking ground and whatnot. But yeah, it's going to be a permanent home for the festival, and it looks like it's going to be a really cool outdoor space for downtown. So
I love this because that space is already empty, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like there's one abandoned building sitting there, so they're not taking it and developing it into more high rises or apartments. Let's get a park. Let's get some greenery around here. I think that'll definitely bring a little bit more life to the city.
Agreed.
Sax.
I hate it. Hate it.
Sax hates it.
They're getting rid of the Goodyear building.
Come on.
An absolute institution. No, in all seriousness, I mean, yes, this is good. Yes, it's it's good. It's like half of a big. It's like a big city space that's already basically an empty lot, except for Goodyear, that they're turning into. That building outside of what's it called? On the other side by the Monongahela, by the PNC building, they built that first side park that has all the squiggle walkabouts and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Across the street from, well, I don't even know what that thing is. By the jail subway station.
I don't think I've been
first
down
side
there.
park. It's basically going to be like that on the other side of town. I mean, it's going to be slightly bigger. I mean, cool. I mean, that's great. They said they're going to, that basically that 9th Street is already, or 8th Street is already kind of a walking thing. I don't know. This is fine. You know, they said that there's going to be great transformation of like downtown for the NFL draft. And if that's it, you know, that's kind of a little bit of a bummer.
It's underwhelming,
you know I mean?
Yeah.
It's a little underwhelming, and it's like $600 million that's going towards renovating Pittsburgh over the next, 10 years that Shapiro said, and then we get basically like a park that's like out in front of like by the jail with like a bunch of like high mark signs all over it and stuff. I don't know. It's good, I guess, but it's a little underwhelming. I thought that they were gonna. They're just going to keep the 10th Street bypass and Fort Duquesne at business as usual. They're not going to change any of that.
I guess, yeah.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
I thought they were going to do some like renovation more towards that side of the thing because that 10th Street bypass isn't used that much.
They close it a lot, especially when it rains.
Because it floods all the time. I guess why would you? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good. Corporation's going to say, oh, we gave to downtown and a bunch of money and everybody's going to look like they did something, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be sponsored by every bank in the world. That's pretty much what it is. The park is cool, but there is something going on in Pittsburgh right now that you guys are probably familiar with. Something that I'll let you form your own opinion. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right? I think we're going in the wrong direction here, boys. As you know, the sell the team billboards went up. A lot of Pirates fans are rallying around that. They put them all over the city. I think most.
Do you want to explain what that is to like people that have done
it? Sure. So there is a group of individuals here in Pittsburgh that want the Pirates owner to sell the team. They are not happy with how he has run this ball club in the past years. So they are protesting a lot, and they have purchased billboards around the city saying sell the team. And some pun that says abandoned ship. I don't know. They spent a lot of money on a lot of billboards. I think most of them are down now. They might have other things planned. I don't know. I wasn't crazy about the billboards to begin with, but now this is kind of transferred over to other sports in Pittsburgh. And I would say as a community, we are pretty spoiled when it comes to professional sports. In my lifetime, I have seen the Steelers go to 3 Super Bowls and win 2. Okay. And I'm not counting the one that they went to when I was a baby that I don't remember. We have seen the Penguins win multiple Stanley Cups. All right. We can take a step back and maybe put things into perspective when you're calling for another man's job or for change to happen. I understand the passion, but when it comes down to this, a billboard was put up recently that says the standard is mediocrity. Trade Tomlin, referring to Mike Tomlin, or sell the team Rooney, referring to Art Rooney, the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've had enough underlined. And I'll leave, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see the name. I'll leave the name out. One, the punctuation on this is fucking atrocious. Okay, why are we putting an exclamation point at the end of one thing? And it's like, I don't get it. It's also just such a waste of money. I hate this so much. I hate to be that guy where it's like there's so many other more important things in life, but like, relax. Your team wins every single year. They come short, and this is how you spend your money. Like, grow up. That's my rant.
Yeah, I'm gonna say grow up too, because listen, even since they've lost their franchise quarterback retired, their record is 29-22. Okay, we're not the New York Jets. We're not the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like we're not an embarrassment to the league. We're just a stubborn organization that refuses to change, but we still win. No, we don't have a playoff win. Like I understand the frustration and I sympathize with that, but this isn't the Pirates, and this isn't some other organizations in the NFL. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just like being a Pirates fan. It just more than any other Pittsburgh sport, like to a level like that I am, and I think you guys are to some extent. Like the Pirates is number one, but by a long shot.
Yeah,
it just kind of filters the way you look at things, and by our standards, the Steelers have been nothing but a tremendous success. You know what I mean? And but it's a salary capped league, and you hear whispers that the Rooneys are, they're cheap. They're kind of like they're helped by good general managers, a good head coach that kind of gets them to like kind of mediocrity or above every single time. They won't tank to the point where we need to be, which is to get a good quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can only win in the NFL with a good quarterback. And we refuse to be bad so we can get the opportunity to get a good quarterback. So, I don't know. I mean,
this ain't it. It's just not it.
They're just stuck in the middle lane. I mean, it is kind of frustrating because there's no point in – what's the point of having a football team and, like, winning these games if you know you're not going to win the Super Bowl because you don't have a quarterback? We need a quarterback.
Yeah. I'll leave it at this. I'm not a fan of the Pirates billboards. I'm not a fan of this billboard, but I will say the Pirates people did it better. At least they stuck with a team font. They had a general design, catchy. This is just a rant on Canva.
You could just tweet this out, man.
Yeah, but it's doing what it achieved to do, which is get people talk about it, and there's his name, boom, right there. So, in that sense, it kind of worked out. And this guy's now like the face of, the anti-Rooney movement or whatever.
He already was. I mean, like,
I don't know much about the Steelers world, to be honest.
Yeah, like the Twitter. You think Pirates Twitter is toxic? Head over to Steelers Twitter. It's just
my mute words: Tomlin, NFL, NHL, Crosby, Russell, Fields, and WWE. I live on a life like that. It is.
Did you say WNBA?
WWE.
Kidding.
All right, guys. Let's get into my favorite part of the show, the Mongolian Corner, where
I love that we end the episode. All the episodes end with this.
Yeah, I want to be educated.
So I just want to quickly talk about the last video I put. So when I was in New York City, I visited Mongolian Momo King, which is the only authentic Mongolian food in New York City, and like for a big portion of the Northeast, like authentic Mongolian food. I got messages from a Mongolian restaurant in DC. There's one in DC. They said, come on through. I said, I'll bring the boys. They said, yep. I think it would be so funny, you guys eating Mongolian food. It's going to happen. You know that.
Yeah.
There's one in Chicago, but this video went nuts, bro. And my ex-wife, who's Mongolian, who I'm still really close with, still one of my best friends, everybody in Mongolia sent it to her. Her mom, who can barely see like the phone because her eyesight's so bad, saw it. It's like, and our videos of you guys reacting and guessing Mongolian stuff is like it's like Mongolian gold. We've basically come. It's like internet cashmere. That's how the worth its weight in gold is. You guys just learning about Mongolia.
It's on. I've watched the video like 100 times already, and I'm just like, I'm amazed at how well it's doing and how hilarious. It's hilarious. It is. It's fun.
Sax, I want to try one of those. I messaged you when you posted this. Those empanadas. I think.
So that's absolutely. I mean, guys, Mongolia will be a part of the content because there's not people like Americans talking about Mongolia like in a way that's not like us holding a hawk and like racing down a Mongolian steppe on a yak, and like this is like real. This is a country, and they're excited, and it's amazing, man.
Well,
I got like followed now by like a bunch of like Mongolian comedian celebrities, like by like, like just really powerful Mongolian people now follow the account. So Sembano, thanks for rocking with us, and we're going to keep it up. Now we're getting to our Mongolian corner segments, brought to you by no one. If you're a Mongolian business and want to sponsor this, please reach out to us.
Maybe we'll get that IKEA.
Oh yeah. If you're that Mongolian. Okay, here we go, fellas. Sembano, let me hear it, guys.
Sembano.
Okay. You hear Adam, he's like, Sembano.
Pronunciation.
Yeah. This is a game we're going to play called What Business Is This? And Adam, you have the picture. What Mongolian business is this?
Oh.
Oh.
This was sent to us by a lot of people that it was sent to us by probably 4 people. But okay, what Mongolian business is this? And the people love to hear you guys talk it out. So go ahead and talk it out now.
Alrighty. So
one at a time.
Destroy in our, like, when we think destroy, right? It's to take apart something, to obliterate, to totally get rid of, right?
So this is like a fix-it guy or something.
That might be it, because it's like a carpenter possibly, right? Or maybe like I don't want to say it's like a Home Depot, but somebody that repairs something because it's in a bad state, it's destroyed. So you come to us in our humble little venue here with bars on the window, and
a mason.
A mason.
Yeah.
I think my final answer here is this is a carpenter. I have no idea.
Scott?
Oh boy. It's just like a repair shop of some sort. That's my
What do they repair in that building?
What
do Mongolians need repaired?
Air conditioning. No, not air conditioning, not at all. Man, I don't know.
I changed my mind. This is like our T-Mobile, but it's called Destroy. I don't know why, but this is
a T-Mobile store. Shop. And then Scott.
Yeah,
a repair store.
A repair store. Yeah, I'm just
classic repair store. Cell phone. Okay, again, this was sent by many of our Mongolian friends. Is it coming through?
They say hair and beauty salon.
Hair and beauty salon.
You gotta be, dude.
Wasn't my first guess. I was gonna say bank.
Bank. Destroy bank.
Destroy.
That is like, what's the translation there?
I think it's one of those things that just got lost in translation.
So do you go in there and it's like a barber and you say, "Fuck me up, fam"?
Destroy me. What do you want?
Destroy
it all. Destroy. All right. Well,
okay.
That was way off on both of us. Last time we were a little bit closer. Let's
Okay.
Wait, Sax, to answer your question before, they're repairing hair.
There you go. Scott's closer. Scott gets a point. We should start pointing this. Yeah. Okay. This segment is called Having Fun in Mongolia. Okay. So this is just play this and then just talk about what you're looking at. Go ahead.
Like an amusement park.
Right. This is a fair.
But it looks abandoned.
Ooh.
And pause it right there. Walk me through what you see here.
It looks like a seesaw type of thing, like where you're riding something back and forth.
It's almost like a swing. It's like a skateboard ramp, but it looks like, those, like it's like a self like made roll. It's like, this is the Flintstones of roller coasters, right? Like you got to get it going yourself. So you got one person on one end and then another person on the other. And then you're creating the momentum to go back and forth until eventually you're slung to the top and, physics does the rest.
Scott?
Yeah, I feel like it's like a swing of some sort, like a ride where you're going back and forth.
So this is the amusement park of Mongolia, the official one. This is right in downtown Ulaanbaatar, and then this is a ride. I have it on the next video. It shows you how the ride works.
You want me to
This is what you do when you're a kid and you want to have fun in Mongolia. Go ahead and play that.
Oh, all right. I was kind of close.
Wait, go back, play it again. Yeah, you were right. But look at this ride. This ride, those things barely swing.
They don't go close to the top.
I thought they were going to go to the top.
To the edge.
Are the people in it doing anything?
How does this get motorized? I don't understand any of this. What does the rope do that's attached to that middle bar? How does this work?
Is that necessary?
You would think the power is coming from the bottom part of the car, right?
Yeah,
Here, replay it.
They're not sending their best roller coasters to Mongolia, dude. I don't know what
they make it seem like it is like an absolute extreme vert ramp.
And yeah, look how big this thing is. It needs to be half the size.
That is unbelievable.
You're just a kid in Mongolia, and you're like, "Oh, I can't wait to go to the park." That's why America.
Oh my god, it doesn't even go halfway up the slope.
Half? It doesn't go quarter way up.
Oh my!
Like Lord. Mayors would be fired in America if we had rides like this at amusement parks.
That is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre.
Before you go to the next one, we're gonna play a game here called "What is this Mongolian dish?" Okay, and go to the image.
It looks like ribs of some sort.
There's bone in there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like ox.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's definitely some type of meat.
That bone is thick too.
It's really thick. Are you eating it right off the bone? Well, there's clamps, so you reach in with the clamps.
So what they do is they prepare a big bowl of this, and they put hot rocks. They cook the meat with hot rocks, and then they dig a hole in the backyard and put this pot with hot rocks in it and this meat in there, and then they cover it with dirt and let it sit for like hours and slow cook it.
Okay.
But can you guess the meat?
Kind of like that. That's ox.
Ox. Scott?
Oh, man. Moose.
I think we're right in the middle here.
Mongolian moose?
Yeah.
The alliteration. It's good. It's there.
It's moose.
Yeah, the vegetation in Mongolia is such that the moose... Anyways, Mongolian moose. That is mutton.
What is mutton?
Sheep.
Oh.
So it's close, but that is like so that is like slow cooked. That's kind of like the closest there is to American bar. It actually does taste like American barbecue because it's really slow cooked.
It looks good.
Yeah, it's not bad. Mongolian food's not bad.
This is sheep.
Yeah, if that's what it's mutton, but I don't know. Mutton is sheep. Is what animal? Mutton is a meat from a sheep that has reached maturity, so it's old ass sheep.
Okay.
Geriatric sheep.
Yeah. How old does the sheep have to get until we're allowed to eat it?
Mutton are sheep that are older than 1 year.
Oh, that's not.
So I guess in Mongolia, the sheep gets old, so they use all the fur off it, and then once it gets to
and then they eat it.
Then they eat that old ass sheep meat. That's good. That's good stuff.
Okay, I'm not opposed. All right. I like this.
Gentlemen, there is a very important Mongolian holiday coming up. It is crucial. It's Mongolian New Year. And Scott, you're going to show a picture of an image. I want you guys to try to pronounce it. So, gentlemen, how do you pronounce this Mongolian word? Go ahead.
Sagansar.
There's no chance that it's that. He wouldn't be having us do it. You gotta, Scott, let's critically think here. He would.
I'm thinking like the 2 A's, like Ulaanbaatar.
Okay.
Sagansar.
I think the S might be like a Z type deal.
Okay.
Saganzar. Damn it.
Wait, say that again.
Saganzar.
I'm just gonna go. I think it's.
I'm about to get fucking cooked, dude. Oh my god.
You're getting cooked by white Americans.
Yeah.
You're getting
Czar.
cooked by Americans.
Sagan Czar. Final answer.
All right, Scott, you to go with your initial?
Yeah.
I told Scott to critically.
Scott's right.
Oh, god damn it.
It's just funny to see.
I told him to
guys
critically think, and it's exactly how it sounds.
Guys, come on. I'm basically Mongolian. Senbano, Sagan Czar.
And we got Zaganzar Sembalo. Hey, I only know like 5 words, so believe me. So it's Mongolian New Year, and they have a bunch of practices and traditions, and I'm just gonna have you guys guess what some of these traditions are. So if you want to pull up those videos I sent you. So guys, I want you guys to guess what's going on here. Hit play.
Those raisins?
What is in front of them right there? Guess.
Butter.
Yeah. I mean, was that close up, like a close up of what's in front of them?
No. This is a different thing.
Okay.
Is it sitting on like long baguettes?
Play it a little bit more. Now pause it.
Oh yeah, it's like bread.
Go back a little bit. Yeah, go to that shot.
Okay, is that like some kind of noodle?
Oh, are these the noodles? These are noodles. This is noodles. Right?
Is it butter or noodles?
No,
I'm gonna say noodles.
It's noodles. At first, I just butter off the rip, but
so what is noodles?
On the outs, like around the, I don't know what's in the middle there, like the steeple looking thing. Yeah. But around is noodles.
The steeple looking thing that's butter, and then everything around that is noodles. These are butter noodles. I've seen this a million times as a kid. Butter noodles. Final answer.
Wait a second. That is in the middle there. That is no. Never mind.
All right, you can hit play a little bit more. Are you rethinking buttered noodles?
Yeah, 100%. There's no. What is that?
Forget about the candy.
The white stuff on top?
Yeah, white stuff and then the thing below it.
Okay, noodles.
That's noodles.
Those are noodles.
Okay.
There's bread below it.
This is Mongolian bread bowls.
Okay. Okay, so go back a little bit. So let's lock in our final answer. Okay. Go back. Yeah, okay. So what do we think this is? Scott, we'll go to you first.
Okay, so it's bread on the bottom, like long loaves of bread with noodles on top. I'm going to just stick with that.
Okay, Adam?
I agree with Scott.
Oh, come on.
I think this is, you know what? This is a big old pile of butter on bread. That's my
okay,
final
butter
answer.
Bread.
This is butter bread.
So below it is like a traditional kind of bread. It's not noodles, even though it's like rolled out bread a little bit. And then on top is milk curd.
All right. We're kind of in the
there.
ballpark.
I mean,
we're kind of there.
Are we in Wisconsin?
Butter noodles is like, that is just hilarious. But yeah, you're kind of there. You guys are always kind of right there.
Yeah.
But actually not at the same time.
I love this segment so much. I love it.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That was great.
I'm glad I didn't guess mashed potatoes because that was my first guess.
Oh, dude, you got to let that fly, man.
Just no filter. Just let it rip
filters,
right off
man,
the bat.
let it fly.
Oh, I've done that a lot on this show already.
Well, if
good episode, boys.
Yeah, good episode. If you're listening and you're from Mongolia, or if you've ever been to Mongolia, hit up the Saxcast Instagram or Twitter. Send us all of your videos, photos, and they will be featured on the show at some point.
Please send us photos from Mongolia for these guys to react to.
Yeah, this is my favorite part of the show. We'll do this every single week until somebody asks us or begs us to stop. So we're in it for the long run here. If you don't already, it's a very visual episode this week. Go over to YouTube, subscribe, like it, leave a comment, tell a friend. If you don't like it, just don't tell anybody. Move on with your day. And if you're listening to the episode, please download it, leave a 5-star review. We love everybody that supports us And then go follow us on all social media at the Saxcast, and the YouTube is at Saxcast or at Saxboy Billy 18. So YouTube at Saxboy Billy 18, and then all other social media is at the Saxcast. As always, we appreciate everybody for listening, and we'll see you next week.